Hello, my name's Angela, and I just want to begin by saying welcome. I am so glad that you're here and that you decided to join us for a Sessions with Spirit. If you aren't sure what that is, maybe this is the first time you've come across one of these videos. It's just basically me. I'm a channel of cosmic consciousness, and I have a couple decks of cards here, and we're just going to see what messages want to be channeled through from Spirit. So normally, when I do these, I usually don't actually have even a topic in mind. I just kind of start pulling cards and we see what wants to come out. But let's not put ourselves in a box and say there's only one way that we're going to do these sessions. So I actually had an idea. I wanted to explore our starseed nature. Yeah, I've been learning a lot about this lately, and oh my gosh, it is like the missing piece of the puzzle that I didn't know was missing. So, what do I mean about this? For example, in my own nature, I have some pretty strong Lyran feline aspect. Now, what does that have to do with this? Well, how this is playing out is through my frustration. I am a very frustrated person. So, I mean, I could sit here and say all sorts of excuses about why I would be frustrated. But the truth of the matter is this: my frustration, okay, and my Lyran aspect. What do these two things have in common? Well, the Lyrans are pioneers. So, of course, we're frustrated about what we're seeing in front of us. And it's that frustration that is actually meant to trigger you, yeah, and catalyze you into your most powerful potential within your soul's mastery. Now, I could sit here and be, well, I'm just frustrated. I need things to change. Or I allow that frustration to be the change, to bring those changes that actually need to come in. So follow the triggers. That's what I'm going to suggest. Now, with that being said, if it's too triggering, if it's too much, you can just get up and leave, right? You don't actually have to sit there being frustrated, for example. So each of them are going to be different. Each of the different galactic races and whatnot will actually have a different way it plays out through you. For example, are you really mad a lot? Maybe there's an Alpha Draconian aspect that you have trying to teach you something right now, but you're just judging the anger instead of leaning into it. So let's begin. Let's be think. And what I kind of a question I had when I was having the idea of what we were actually going to talk about today was, can you allow life itself to catalyze you into your most mastered, powerful potential that you came here to be? Allow life to do that. Mhm. Don't just go and try to like trigger people. We're not 3 years old pinching each other on the playground because someone isn't playing the way we want. That's not what I mean by trigger. Okay. Example, we're going to stick with this frustration. I see a lot of spiritual communities bastardizing universal truths. Very frustrating. So, what can I do? I can sit there being mad about it, or, hello, I'm also just going to be here talking about what I want to talk about, which is what's going to bring you into your mastery. So, we're going to begin. Let's just pull a couple cards here. Like I said, I have a few decks I want to try out and see what wants to come through about our starseed nature itself. Okay. Right away, Earth School. Earth is a school. We're not in kindergarten if you're here. You're in grad school. You came here for mastery. But so Earth School, baby steps. Baby steps. I mean, Ram Dass, he's coming to mind right now. You cannot necessarily leap into your nothingness if you don't understand your somethingness. Doesn't really make sense, does it? So, do you know yourself? Not what your preferences necessarily are, what your likes or dislikes are. Those are important, but those are just ego things, mainly. Do you actually know yourself? This is one way to do it. This is one way to do it. But baby steps. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay. These are going to be our two main ones that we're going to go around. Is there another one that we want to add? Yeah. Okay. So in this baby steps, there's a, I know these cards are really hard to see, and I've turned my light down as much as I could. So just bear with me. But right here, there's a portal. Okay. Why am I being drawn to this portal? Experiences. There's many portals you're going to come across in life that are actually going to bring you into this mastered potential. Which ones do you want to choose? Knowing all paths lead to home and you cannot make the wrong choice. Even not making a choice is still making a choice. Yeah. We can take ourselves so seriously and think that we're stuck with what? Between a rock and a hard place. Change your vantage point. You're never actually stuck. You're never actually stuck. You might not enjoy the options that you have available to you that you see right away, but that doesn't mean that there actually aren't other options available to you. Make them up. Make them. The whole world is an illusion anyway. Make it up as you go. Conscious creator, walk your talk. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Loosen your grip. We take ourselves so seriously, so seriously. But out of all the different races, galactic beings, and whatever you want to call them, we're the babies. The human was not the first being created, it was the last. So right here, I know you probably can't see this. Let God in. When I say God, I am not talking about religion at all. When I say God, I am talking about the cosmic creator source itself that we actually are a fractal of, pretending to be human. You're not a human being, but you are being human. The paradox that Earth is. Hmm. Okay. Got empathic starseed. Okay. Yeah, I always say that. I got empathic starseed, which is about your energetic sovereignty. This is what we're trying to do. Talking about your starseed nature is this. Because your life is a canvas. All paths lead to home. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do these first. These were the ones I was going to grab. Then I second guessed myself and just go with what was first. Okay. So, starseed nature. What else is there to know today? Now, I do have a feeling that this is not going to be the only time we talk about something like this. Because, well, there's so much to actually cover, to learn, to relearn, to discover, and then rediscover. So, we're not going to get this all figured out in 45 minutes. We don't have to. What do we need to know about this right now? Feeling. Every time that we heal something within ourselves, on our ancestry, whatever it is, healing energy is going everywhere. It's going to all of your incarnations. So it works both ways. It works both ways. When you're kind of getting to know your more of your own starseed nature and the gifts that your different aspects actually have, you get access to those. Okay. But it goes more than one way here. So when you're mastering something, your other aspects are also mastering that within their experiences and incarnations, because you know what? You're doing the same thing in a lot of these lives. So, healing. Now, how do I have you? Okay, we're gonna need to be brave and honest. Okay, well, that we will. We're gonna need to stay rooted and grounded in this work. Mm-hmm. Because once you start learning about your nature, starseed nature, you're multidimensional, right? It's all going together. But so when we start learning about our, well, parallel lives, but you may call them past lives. They are parallel though, because the only moment in existence is the infinite moment of now. There is no past, there is no future. Everything that you think is past is actually happening at the same time. So when we start to learn about some of these different aspects, like I've had certain, okay, some of my lifetimes that I've had that I've remembered or experienced in regression sessions, for example, like beyond quantum healing. That's what I do. You can find out in a parallel life that you were a goddess or royalty or something that you're thinking is more special than what the incarnation that you're currently having your point of awareness in. This one is just as important as the lifetime that I had as the moon goddess. It is just as freaking important. And so are yours. So are yours. But this one, the one that you're currently aware of right now, is the most important in your soul's mastery and the construct that you're currently working through. So stay grounded. Stay grounded because you are special. Every single part of your soul's construct is special. And within the construct of the soul and time, So, where are we going to go with this? I'm trying to have too many thoughts. I want to just take a little pause and explain something here. Um, so when I do get my information, sometimes it's just a feeling that I get that I have to figure out how to explain. Sometimes it's beyond words. Sometimes it is like it's just this inexplicable, just knowingness that I actually cannot necessarily vocalize because the English language is very limiting. So sometimes when you see pauses or that's just kind of what it is. I'm trying to, okay, I have this feeling about what I need to say, but it's like, oh, how the fuck do I say that? So, little side note about how that works. But then when you lose your train of thought as the channel, she's gone. So it'll come back. It will come back. So anyway, we have a couple guardians here with us. We'll take you to it. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. We're just going to keep picking them, but these are all going to fit. So we have our knight. It's our protector. Be the knight. Okay. You might be a knight somewhere within your soul's construct. That is what I was trying to say. Okay. So the soul, right, is a construct. Did you know you're something beyond that? Your soul exists within time. Okay. You're something outside of time and inside of time simultaneously. Paradox indeed. So, yeah, so we have our Earth Guardian. So we'll just put him up there. We have our Heart Guardian, okay, where we're going to love and let ourselves be loved. A lot of us at times struggled with receiving love. In those moments when you've struggled with receiving love, what if those are calls to love yourself more? You love yourself more than someone else. You. Then we also have for our guardians, we have the peacekeeper. We are going to let go of the need to be right. We have the high priest. We're going to intend and create. So I'm just going to put these guys all on the top of my desk. You know, I keep saying I need a bigger desk, but I'm not sure if it'll ever be a big enough desk. So we're going to just use the desk we have. Okay. Your different lives, your different experiences. You just hold them close. Do you wear them as a shield around you? What are you doing with them? What are you doing with the experiences that you're having? Yeah. Are you allowing them to become your nightmares? We can forget who we are, what we are, It can be painful here. But how do you plan to expand? You came here for expansion. You came here for mastery. How are you going to do that singing kumbaya around the campfire all the time? How are you going to learn compassion if not through suffering? Remember, the paradox that is this universe itself. Mhm. Okay. So here you are, like your wings. Let's say this is you outside of time. Okay. And here your toe is just in this cosmic soup where everything is available to you. What do you want to experience? A lot of toes being dipped in water here. Water is liquid consciousness also. Mhm. Okay. What is it that else do we need to know about your starseed nature? Where do you find it? You may be asking me right now. You have to search it out. But it's actually really easy if you allow it. It will be as easy as you allow this to be, basically, is what I want to say. Um, mm, I'm drinking lemon water. You use a bunch of seeds in the bottom. Didn't realize it looked so cloudy, but anyway. Okay. How do you find your starseed nature? What if you looked up a list of the different galactic races and the one that you come across that resonates with you? That's what you are. It is that simple. It is that simple. Like, are we actually expecting the clouds to part, source itself to come down and tell you who you are? Or are you going to follow your intuition? Remember, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Hmm. Oh, excuse me. I got the card of wait. Don't try to get all of these answers at once. You don't need to get them all at once. You want to throw yourself into potentially a state of psychosis by finding all this out at once, experiencing this all at once? That can happen. I really feel I'm actually just going to keep that to myself. Because that was an Angela Ego opinion, which we're just going to say anyway. So, why do you need everything all at once? Why do you need all of your answers all at once? If you're not going to do anything with it, what is the point? Are you looking at this to try to make yourself more special? You already are that. What is it? I'm having this Tech Nine song playing in my head called Special. Yeah. Listen to it. Listen to it. Um, yeah, because it's everybody's special. No reason to hide. Forget about your demons. Just spread your wings and fly. Because everybody's special. It's crazy what you'll find. The power is within you. Reach in deep inside. Anyway, anyway, remember about remembering. Great remembering. Great remembering is about remembering who you are. We've experienced the great forgetting, which is when you came into this life, this incarnation, knowing that you would forget everything that you are and have ever been, only to find it again. Only to find it again. How beautiful is that, actually? To have so much trust and faith in yourself that you're going to come here forgetting everything about what you know, about who you are, to just find it again. Hmm. Are you ready to give yourself that gift? How do you know if you're ready? Did you know ready is a choice, not a feeling? You will probably never feel ready because how would you actually know? How do you meter and measure being ready? No. Ready is a choice, not a feeling. Make that choice. Knowing that whatever choice you make, you can change it later. Like we, yeah, the human, for example, what we do. We're going to think about the concept of relationship. Okay. It's an easy one. A lot of us have had that experience and that container for growth. But you know when a relationship is over. But how often do you let your pride keep you where it's just done? And then what? You get mad when the other person isn't able to give you what you need because it's over. But we what? You think that there's only ever one relationship that you're ever going to be in from your whole life? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You need to know when it's time to go. And have an understanding that sometimes when things just run their course, it doesn't have to mean anything. We actually need to quit assigning so much meaning to things. Um, that's one thing that I've been guilty of saying is we assign our own meaning. Yeah, but what if you didn't have to do that anymore? What if you didn't actually have to apply meaning to everything? Acceptance and surrender, my friends. Lean on those. Lean on those. Forgot that in a second. Serve the world by being you. Now, who are you? You need to know that You have to have an idea of that at least. Yeah. You have to at least have an idea of who you are, because that's how you're supposed to serve, is by being you. It's not by being somebody else. It's not by copying another person. It's by being you. By being you. Yeah, just we were just talking about relationships here for a second, right? Relationships are for soul growth. They're not for something to keep you amused. It's not so somebody can buy you dinner every week or buy you things. Not the point. If that is how you're choosing to spend time in relationship, there's nothing wrong with that either. But you're there to serve each other. Yeah. I want to grab this one's fun. Oh my gosh. It's so cold when I'm kind of doing this kind of work. It's okay. Oh, now I have too much shawl, too much blanket. Still cold. That's okay because it's not plus 30. So, however, super annoying. Hello, Saskatchewan, Canada. You were plus 6 when I got up, and you were going to be 29 by this afternoon. But anyway, yeah. So I have these fun Mystic Martian Oracle. What wants to come through for this? Hmm. Let's get a couple cards here about Starseed nature. What is there to know about Starseed nature? Well, Starseed nature. Just okay. So I have got the blue avians, which is talking about releasing karma. So that is one thing that you can do while you're on Earth. Not only gain more, you can release them, work through it. Mysticism. You also got the card of the Vegans, which is solitude, independence, and peace. And the element of air. Philosophy, discrimination, and empathy. Now, yeah, so just a minute here, because I'm getting some double words here. Empathy, I keep, yeah. I have a little rant here that this is kind of not sure why this is coming up right now, but it's coming up right now, so I'm going to share it with you. It's about how can you be an empath when you don't actually have any empathy? That is actually what the world could use a little bit more of, not necessarily absorbing what isn't yours. Of course, I don't want you to do that. Energetic hygiene is a thing. Psychic hygiene, yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing that could definitely be stand um, to make sure that you're doing things like that within your rituals for yourself. I take a lot of like salt baths, for example, and like Epsom salts and magnesium and stuff like that, as part of my actually to help purify my energy field. Other things too, but that's just one. Um, but it's just more being empathic to the world around you, showing empathy, putting yourself in their shoes if you can. And if you can't, at least understanding that there's a reason why they are the way that they are. Something must have happened for this person to be choosing those actions. That's the kind of empathy I'm talking about that I am humbly asking you to embody a little bit more. Mhm. It's something I'm definitely working on a daily thing too. But yeah, this isn't about going and taking on what isn't yours, but it's about accepting and understanding the world around you, the beings around you, as they are working towards knowing their own starseed nature without necessarily even realizing it. We actually do that quite a bit too, where we just don't know what we're doing. Does it make it less magical? So, mysticism. Studying nature, learning from nature, hmm, releasing karma. Okay, just a minute here. What do I want to because I just want to look in here for a second and see if there's anything else in this little book. Basically, yeah, okay, so meaning of the card is about doing the inner work, esoteric knowledge, ascension, divine masculine, self discovery, intellect, study, education, science. What do you want to experience here? There's everything. There is everything that you can experience here. What about the vegans? Because I don't necessarily know a lot about all of the different galactic beings. We're gaining sovereignty and independence. What does sovereignty act like when you say that? What does it actually mean? Like, what are you trying to, what do you mean when you say that? I'm a sovereign being. Okay, what does that mean to you? Because I've seen it be very confused, very confused. Sovereign being. I'm going to cut all my cords with anybody who's ever pissed me off. Sovereign. No. Funny story. I don't actually even believe cords are real. Nope. So You'll never hear me telling you need to cut a cord, but they can be real in your experience. That does not have to make them real in mine. So, yeah. Retreat within the neutrality that is your soul. Sit in the solitude that is your soul. Allow your soul to show you who you are. Why not? Why not ask your soul to show you who you are? They're you. So, there, the mind. Okay. You are going to need a balance between the heart and the mind. Balance. Your balance, not my balance. My balance might be different than yours. Um, Balance is, though, one of the things I'm definitely working on in my own mastery. I had a very strong all or nothing mentality for, well, I'm 40, so the first 39 years of my life. But anyway, okay. I'd like, I'm going to start tying this up here. I'm going to start tying this up. Syrian B. Responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. Because remember, and on the bottom we have the Syrian A. Both the Syrian collectives here. The A, artistic, integrity, and honesty. Mm-hmm. Then you have the Lyrans. Anyway, strength, courage, and bravery. But anyway, yeah, the lessons. First school. You're here for the lessons. This is not to say that you need to look at your life. That's a lesson, that's a lesson, that's a lesson. No, don't do that to yourself anymore, please. There are things that you're going to experience. You can call them lessons, but it's like, did you learn your lesson? That's not the energy we want to be playing with within this. It's not. You're just going to be going deeper into your own victimhood and your own suffering if you do that. And I don't want that for you. I'm sure you really don't want that for yourself. Right? Your life is a canvas. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can experience whatever you want. If you want to experience expanding through suffering, you can. If you want to experience expanding through love and compassion, you can. So, what is it that you want to experience? There is much to discover within our own nature, within our soul's constructs, but we must be willing to actually want to look, not just expect to find certain answers. The things that I found that I didn't expect to find have been bigger and better than if I would have just gone with what I was expecting. Allow the world to surprise you by showing you who you are, by revealing your starseed nature. Like, heck, if you're reading a book and you see a Palladian and you get like, ooh, hey, there could be a Palladian aspect that you have that's just basically that was their way of saying, hey, it's me. You want to meet me? Something like that, right? So Okay. I would like a final card from you. Also, when exploring your own starseed nature, don't just go by what Google is telling you. Consult your own internet. Okay. Because you're relying on one author, potentially, to tell you everything that there is that they know about a galactic race. But what if they've only ever had negative experiences with that race? What if another's only had positive experiences, maybe with some renegade reptilians that are actually trying to help you, not hinder you? So you can't go by what Google is telling you who these beings are. It's up to you to consult your own inner earth, your own inner being. And maybe you actually have some aspects in inner earth. I've had a Lemurian lifetime, and those beings, some of them went into inner earth. So, but anyway, new solutions and beginnings. You need to go within. You need to go within your own construct, your own being, a new earth. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I think that. The new earth happening holds the vision. What does new earth mean to you? Time isn't really in existence. And there's already beings experiencing what new earth is. Already happening. It's already happening. And it's all the different parts of your own starseed nature. And remember, though, you are something beyond all of that, too. So don't get caught up on all of this because you exist somewhere outside of time. But we're going to trust the timing. Trust the timing. You're never going to get a piece of information before you're actually ready for it. So if there's something that you've gotten before that was potentially, it just wasn't the right time for you, go back and explore it again. Trust the timing. Get one more from our angels and ancestors here. Anything, final message. Tie this together, please. What do you got for us? Got the trader. Not the traitor, the trader. Trading. Energy exchange to create abundance. And we have the air guardian to shift your perspective. Trade knowledge, trade stories, trade wisdom. Don't just trade truth. The truth that we trade is generally just our personal truth, not cosmic big T truth, little t personal truth. Anyway, that feels pretty complete to me. Let's see. One more. One just. I need you to be the warrior that you are. Tap into that part in your soul's construct if you're not feeling that already. Okay? Allow passion to ignite your vision. Fearless. There's nothing to be afraid of because you're going to be brave and honest in this work. So, hmm, thank you. All right. So we are at an end here for now. For now, we're definitely going to explore this again at a later time. But I would like to ask you now, you want to hit that like button if you haven't already? It would actually mean a lot. If you wouldn't mind maybe sharing this with somebody else who might find it interesting or at least amusing, you know? Um, Maybe subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss more videos like this in the future, more explorations in time and consciousness. So until then, I wish you well. Thank you for spending this time with me. And until then, happy hunting, and I'll see you later.